Data for the City of Tomorrow. I spoke about this report a couple of weeks ago, and this is just to kind of tee up and show some continuity between what I was talking about before and what's been happening this week, because the stars have been aligning in London for the just transition to net zero technologies. This is probably the biggest industrial transition that's ever happened in the whole of human history if these people get their way. We talked about this report from the World Economic Forum. It sets out a roadmap for implementing smart cities anywhere in the world. It was created in partnership with these two organisations, the Business of Cities, which is a private sector business organisation, and Connected Places Catapult, which is a UK government entity. And this week saw the Connected Places Summit arrive in central London.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me give a very warm welcome to the 600 or so people who are here in the room at 22 Bishopsgate.
As the UK's Innovation Accelerator for cities, transport and place leadership, our mission is clear. We connect people, places and businesses for a future of sustainable growth and prosperity.
Places that aren't connected don't get housing, don't get jobs and don't contribute to our economy in the 21st century.
What's so good about the Catapult is it's innovation-led. So I'm delighted to be here and delighted to be able to give small and medium enterprises a little bit of a lift.
It's only by joining the dots that the potential of our cities and regions will be unlocked. And the Connected Places Catapult is the glue through which that happens.
I'm delighted that we in DNV are sponsoring the summit. It is about connecting people, it is about meeting industry leaders, it is about meeting technical experts.
What I enjoy most about the summit is being able to connect with people who have the same objectives and the same ambitions for their communities as I have for mine.
I have to say it's been amazing being at the Connected Places Summit, and I'm really excited that we're announcing our partnership with the Connected Places Catapult to be looking at the Crown Estate portfolio and how we can bring innovation to it in new ways.
The Connected Places Summit has been a wonderful moment to network and to share ideas. I think it really marks a moment of setting out what we can do in the next 5 years, what can be achieved in the next 10 years, and how we can get on with it.
So that is a public-private marketplace. That is how a fascist system is built. It's how it's enabled. We've got a bunch of extremely high-profile establishment figures promoting this message like it's some kind of organic transition that is just popping up out of nowhere. This is all centrally planned. One of the people that we saw there was Chris Skidmore, former UK energy minister. He said outside of that film that there is no going back, no future economy without a green economy. The work of Connected Places Catapult is so integral. Businesses and industries are raring to go. They want that leadership position of net zero and to start to introduce best practices and take pilots and put them into place nationally and globally. A lot of local politicians there. Here you can see Marvin Rees, OBE's the mayor of Bristol. One of the challenges with a place, and they love using this word place. Everything's place-based. It's all about place. The thing about that is you should never underestimate the power of very small politics to get in the way of very big delivery. You will have heard of NIMBYs. That's not in my backyard, for people who don't know what that is. But there is a banana. Build absolutely nothing anywhere near anyone. That's Marvin's view on things. And he wants to cut through all of that and get into big delivery like all of these people do. Who else do we have there? Sir John Armitt, CBE, Chair of the National Infrastructure Commission. The next government will not have any choice but to pull all of the levers at their disposal if we want to increase UK productivity. And that means increasing public investment in infrastructure. This is absolutely on the top of the agenda for the next government. They've already been told by these people. Who else do we have there? Andrew Ruffin, who I spoke about before. He's the chief executive of Plexel, which is the US State Department, MI6, Rothschild family-backed innovation facility based in the Olympic Park in East London. He was there on a panel with Emma Frost, chair of the UK Innovation Districts Group. And actually, it turns out we already have a bunch of these innovation districts that are going to be the hubs for disseminating this technology all around the UK. There's 11 of them, from Glasgow in the north to London in the south and a bunch of other places in between. They talk about themselves as a peer network of UK innovation districts and knowledge quarters. Better together, we enable the delivery of and maximise the benefits from innovation districts and knowledge quarters. They're all about pushing innovation out into the country. And if you remember Jim Bethel earlier talking about his remit as being innovation, a lot of that stuff is coming from him and other people elsewhere in the House of Lords. And we can see how all this stuff is connected. Essentially, this is one organisation pushing this forward. There might be some different logos, but actually they're all interconnected via non-exec positions and even just dual roles that people play. So Emma Frost, who's the chair of the UK Innovation Districts Group, is also a strategic advisor to the Business of Cities, which is the organisation that partnered with the World Economic Forum on that report. So who's going to pay for all of this? Because it sounds quite expensive. Well, it's going to be a public-private partnership. 3CI, which is another organisation that we've already spoken about, which is absolutely in the thick of this new marketplace, issued this report on the same day that the Connected Places Catapult started. I said it's been a busy week this week. A whole bunch of things have happened. This report was issued from challenge to opportunity. We've got to unlock a UK-wide net zero investment dividend. Obviously, this is going to pay back to us, the taxpayer. There's no way that it could possibly go wrong, or all of the benefits go to the people investing from overseas and also from at home here in the UK. This was launched by this crowd in the House of Commons, obviously, because these people have got access to the halls of power. And there were 3 recommendations. They said that we need active demonstrators, which is what the innovation hubs will be doing. So they've got to move from theory to practice. We need demonstrators. These are going to address the task force's challenges, starting with pilot projects that take a place-based approach, ensuring community buy-in and tailoring financial models for a just transition. That's another word they love, just transition. This needs to be a national conversation. We've got to get the public involved with this. They're obviously talking about sortition and other democratic innovations to make that possible. And we need an enabling environment, which actually sounds like the language the MHRA uses, where the regulator doesn't get in the way of them doing whatever the hell they want. Essentially, that's what we're looking at here. And then just to finish up, oh, sorry, there's Ed Miliband looking awkward, as he always does. This was also coupled, just by pure coincidence, I'm sure, with the annual CEO Summit held at St James's Palace for the Sustainable Markets Initiative, where the top 100 CEOs from the biggest companies get together to talk about climate. And the chief executive of the Sustainable Markets Initiative, Jennifer Jordan Saifi, said that these people are delivering a private sector leadership and innovation to help drive this important transition that is underway. They're in control of trillions of assets under management. The private sector is playing an outsized role to shift the global economy onto a more sustainable trajectory. So everything is lining up just perfectly for these people to put their plan in